Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Sibal. You've tweeted, and your tweets have created quite a bit of a buzz. You've said that the art of elimination is what you've called the killing of Atiq and Ashraf. 10 p.m. for medical checkup, no medical emergency, made victims walk, open to media, assassins unknown to each other at the spot, weapons above 7 lakhs, well trained to shoot, all 3 surrendered. You say this is the art of elimination. It's very odd. Are you saying this was cold-blooded murder?
I don't know. This is something that the investigation will actually ultimately prove. But the fact of the matter is that it is a great coincidence that 3 people unknown to each other land up at the same time. How did they know that this was going to happen? And they don't, they belong to different areas within the state itself. All 3 of them had weapons. And those weapons are so expensive, as you know, they're beyond 7 lakhs. These people come from somewhat humble background, as I'm told. How did they acquire these weapons? Who gave them these weapons? And
so prima facie, yes, go ahead.
There was no medical emergency.
No, so are you saying prima facie?
There was no medical emergency.
Prima facie, this smacks of collusion of the state with the killers? Is that what you're saying? Prima facie?
No. See, I am not coming to any conclusions now. But the facts state for themselves. What do the facts show? That here is a man who has been telling the Supreme Court that, look, I'm likely to be killed. The Supreme Court says, you go back to the state will give you security. Now, he's a high-risk prisoner, as we know. He's a high-risk prisoner. Why would anybody take him to the hospital unless there's a medical emergency? And both of them couldn't have had medical emergencies. Why would you take both of them together without a medical emergency? Normally in situations like this with high-risk prisoners, you get the doctor to come to the jail. And if you want to take him to the hospital or take them to the hospital, you make sure that nobody knows. And this has happened before. This is not for the first time. The police knows what it's supposed to do.
So are you calling for an inquiry into the UP government? Are you calling for a full-fledged inquiry? And do you believe the Supreme Court, because the UP government has already ordered an inquiry, do you have faith in that, or do you believe there should be a Supreme Court monitored probe?
That's all meaningless. That's all meaningless. That's all meaningless. This has to be directly monitored by the Supreme Court. And I think the time has come for the Supreme Court to lay down the rules. And the other strange part of it is all of them said Jai Shri Ram. And then while they were shooting these people, why did the police not shoot back? They shot Asad, no? Why did they not shoot these people? And they immediately surrendered. And after surrendering, I believe now they've been given judicial custody, sent to judicial custody. Normally in a situation like this, you take them on police remand, no? For 14 days. Find out who is behind them. And I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'll tell you what the magisterial inquiry will do. I can always, in fact, it's before my eyes as to what's going to happen in the inquiry. They're going to say these guys had Turkish weapons. Turkish weapons must have come from Pakistan. There will be a Pakistan hand who will be alleged to be involved in any of this. And now that you've taken them to judicial custody, after a few months, a year or so, they'll get bail. That's what's going to happen.
You know, Mr. Sibal, you mentioned about the Assad
state of affairs. And if a man is not secure...
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
If a man is not secure?
In the case of Assad, if a man is not secure within police custody, where is he going to be secure?